Back at the shop working on the 2018 Ford Expedition. Brought another pile of parts from the house. Situation I have with the dash is I bought this used dash in Nashville, Tennessee on carparts.com, and they said it was 100% grade A, like no issues at all. I get there and this dash is just chilling outside, and there's some kind of animal prints all over it. It's got that damage right there. It's got, you know, the damage right there, which all I really needed was like the side airbag cover, passenger side. But the main thing is that I really wanted, because this cover here is like $350–400 at the dealer, just the cover. But my dash is, oops, my dash is all twisted, and the frame behind the dash, as you can see, like the frame in there, mine's all bent too, and right here is bent. So that's the whole reason why I wanted to buy a complete dash. And this dash that I picked up didn't have the frame, and they said it's somewhere in the field. They'll have to go find it, and they did. They found it. They bring it out, and the thing got ran over by some kind of tractor or something, and I couldn't tell until I actually tried to put it in. But nothing lines up. Oh well, this side is decent because I kind of jammed it in. Over there, it doesn't match up. Over here, barely. Up there, so it's more twisted than mine. So I'm gonna try to make mine work. So I'll remove it. I'll remove the frame of my original dash and see how it fits into the car, and hopefully I can get the frame mounted in, and then just figure something out, swap some pads around, and see if I can make these two dashes work, or one of them work. So let's get to it. So not only that the dash situation was all messed up, the same junkyard told me they had a heater core, which mine is all crushed. Like this whole thing is crushed. Mine's not usable at all. All these tubes are broken and all of that. And they said they had a grade A, perfect condition heater core, and that was like the only one listed in my area, or close enough. So I was like, yeah, I'll take both of them, the dash and the heater core. And I get there, same thing. There's holes all over it. All the mounts are broken off, you know, all the ears are broken off, and I mean, yeah, it's usable, but why tell me that it's a grade A part and then have someone drive 5 hours one way to pick something up that's broken, you know? If they would have told me it was broken, I wouldn't even have made the trip. But since I was already there, I mean, they gave me a huge discount on it because I was like pissed off, and they gave me a good discount. So I went ahead and took it, and I'm gonna try to make it work, because from the dealer this part is really expensive. So is the dash. The dash is about $2,500 from the dealer, and I imagine this thing here is probably over $1,000 just for the heater core. So I'll try to make it work. I mean, it's broken, but it will function as long as I can mount it into the car. So I'll try to make it work. So right now I'm going to install the gas pedal, the brake booster. That'll be a good start, and then move over to the other side where all the modules go, and heater core and all of that. I'll have to figure out how to mount that thing back onto the firewall. And also just realized that this new piece from the dealer doesn't come with the holes or threads for the dash, so that's just so weird getting the parts from the dealer that don't have the original holes, but I guess I'll have to work with it. See, here's another case where I'm missing a stud on the firewall. I mean, it's no big deal, but this would go right up onto the stud, and it'll be fine just like that. It's not gonna go anywhere. It'll be tucked in behind the dash. All this wiring is just coming together. Everything goes right back in its place, except this wire. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it'll connect to something eventually. But let's move on to that side and see if we can mount some modules and go from there. Let's do it. Got the original dash stripped down to the frame, and let's see how it fits. I mean, this side is not bad, and then you get over here and it's all bent up right there and on the end here, but at least this one is bent in a few places. Like the other one that I bought, apparently in good condition, it's all bent everywhere and it doesn't fit at all. So I'm hoping I can make this one work. Let's see how it fits. I've got it pretty much strained out, but the holes match up. Barely, but they match up. Had to put a poly knot right there. because the new panel didn't come with the hole or threads or anything. Had to put poly nuts right here on both sides. And I guess I'm gonna take the frame back out and try to mount a new used dash on it and see how it turns out. I was hoping to mount this frame onto the car and and then put the dash on, but I just don't see how that would work, because you got to get in and tighten all these screws from the bottom. I don't think that would work, so my plan will not work. I have to remove the dash frame and then assemble it back and then put it as one assembly into the car, which it's probably easier because there's so many connectors and wiring going on over here that I would probably miss a connector here and there, and then something wouldn't work, or I'll have lights on the dash. So I mean, it is what it is. I gotta take it back out, but hopefully taking it back out one last time and then just pop it back in. Trying to get this done before the windshield goes in, because it's gonna be easier. I mean, it's possible with the windshield, but I'd rather get it done before the windshield, so let's see if I can do it. That time when you realize that 2,500 bucks does not sound that bad for a brand new dash. There's so much going on over here. It's crazy. Ran out of time last night to throw this dash in, so I got here early. Hopefully I can get the dash in before the windshield guy comes and installs the windshield, because it would be so much easier to get to the bolts up here on both sides. I still have to remove this heater core one time and put the wiring harness on it. I didn't realize that the used one I bought doesn't have the harness installed on it, so I'll just take my old harness off the destroyed one and reinstall it, and that way I can go ahead and put the dash in. Also need to figure out where those two modules mount. There's like really no room for them, and I'm not sure how they were. As you remember, that corner was destroyed completely. Alright, let's get to work. Just realized something, that the heater core assembly that I bought was used and broken. The tabs were broken off, and one of the tabs that's broken off is the drain, and this goes up against the firewall, and so water drains through this hole here. Good thing I noticed it, because if I was to install it as is, all the water would have been going in onto the passenger floorboard. So this assembly will not work. I'll have to either buy a new one or find another good used one. So installing the dash is out of the picture for now, but it's fine, because even with the windshield in, the dash goes in flawlessly, so it's fine. Alright, I'll do something else for now. Radiator is in, condenser is in, fans, all the hoses connected up front. I'm not going to fill it with coolant because I'm still basically missing the heater core on the inside, so those hoses are not connected, so I'm not going to fill it at the moment. Also didn't connect the AC lines yet because I might need to move them here and there because of the heater core once again. So, but everything looks good. All the shields are up here. The radiator is original, but the condenser was damaged on the bottom originally, so this is a new one. Everything seems to be connected as far as I can see. I'm still missing a few things. Not missing, but they're not on the vehicle yet, so there's a few plugs just hanging there. But I know when I got the car and got the dash to light up, it was overdue on oil, engine oil, so I'm going to go ahead and replace it, because also the oil filter has a huge dent in it, but it's no big deal because it's past due on the oil change, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it. Also, in the future, I'm gonna change the spark plugs, but before I start driving it, because at 36,000 miles, I just want to have fresh plugs in it. All right, let's do it. That is going to be it for this video here. Didn't get done as much as I hoped, but that's because the heater core slowed me down. I was hoping to get this thing drivable today, besides the steering rack, because the steering rack won't be in until next week. But as soon as it's run and drive and I can move it around, I can take it to a paint shop, get it sprayed in, and assemble the rest of the interior. It would be nice to put the sunroof in so it doesn't rain inside, but the roof needs some paint too, so I want to leave it out for paint, because yeah, they can tape it up, but I would rather have them spray it on the inside so it doesn't peel in the future. Rather do it right the first time than having to redo it again. And the windshield looks awesome. Alright, I'll catch you on the next video. Later.